Win totals out. CG Technology, the South Point, Westgate. We'll use the Superbook odds here as NFL win totals are out. It's SportsBit 2.0. SportsBit Live, by the way, SBRpicks.com. Pauly and Teddy. I'm at Rio SportsBit. He's at Teddy_covers. And thanks to Intertops, 22 years online, sign up, deposit, and win. AFC East, they put up New England 11.5. They've won 12 or more 8 years in a row. Come on. And I think the division got worse because Buffalo is downgraded. Miami stinks. And the Jets, who knows what the Jets, they might punt on the season and put the Samchis in there once they get sick of McCown. But 11.5 with the Patriots? Come on. How do you take New England under, even though the people they lost?
Well, the number that surprised me, and how you take New England under is you bet against Super Bowl losers and don't think about it. That's how you take New England under. Although I saw 12s. Again, these are very early numbers. You want to talk about virgin numbers or close to virgin numbers. There are still differences between one sportsbook and another here in Vegas, although those differences are declining by the hour, essentially. But the one that surprised me for the AFC East was Miami at only 6. I thought the Dolphins would be lying 7, 7.5, maybe even 8. The Dolphins at 6. I know last season wasn't what they thought it was going to be, and I know they jettisoned some veteran talent in the offseason, but just at first glance, Miami looks low to this better. Lean Dolphins under right off the bat.
Yeah, I saw Buffalo as low as 6.5. How about that after going to the playoffs? And will it be McCarron or Josh Allen at quarterback? AFC North, Pittsburgh 10.5, Baltimore 8 under -120, Cincy 7, and the Browns 5. Come on, 5.5 in other spots. Hugh Jackson's got to prove it to me. They won 1 game in 2 years.
Sure. And we've talked about the AFC North being a juggernaut division. When you add up these win totals, guess what? The AFC North is being priced like the single weakest division in the NFL. Cleveland obviously still lousy, although the Browns, the wise guys are betting the Browns over again right from the get-go. But the Baltimore-Cincinnati duo that have been playoff contenders in recent years, neither one being priced like an elite team or necessarily even a playoff contender on the win total line here in 2018.
How strong is this division? The AFC South, Jacksonville 9, Houston 9, Tennessee 8, Colts 6.5. Luck still hasn't picked up a football yet. Houston 8.5 in other spots. I like them worst to first. It's happened every year, but 2 since they went to realignment. Watson comes back. Watt is back. I think they're going to win 10 games. Watson was terrific. Almost beat Brady on the road. Should have beat Brady. And almost beat Seattle on the road as well. That was more O'Brien going conservative. Jacksonville at 9. The wise guys have been betting them over for years. They finally cashed a ticket last year as the Jacksonville goes to the AFC title game. And Tennessee's intriguing. The new coach went to the playoffs. New coach, though.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's like the team that stands out to me as the intriguing one is Indy at 6.5. Andrew Luck. Okay. We're going to follow him closely over the summer. Frank Reich's a coach we like. I think Reich will have success in Indy, and Indy was certainly an underachiever last year in a lot of ways. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see the team that's lined as the weakest squad in this division end up making a jump in the standings, which makes a tough division even tougher.
To the West, Chargers, look at the respect, 9.5. They started 0-4 and almost made the playoffs last year. The problem is they piss away games every year and find a different way to lose. Kansas City 8. I like Mahomes. Oakland is 8. Denver 7.5. I'm worried about Gruden being away from the game for so long. Unfrozen caveman lawyer potential.
It sure does. And that's the perfect analogy for him. The unfrozen caveman lawyer. Great skit from back in the day on SNL. But let's talk about the Chargers. Why are we seeing this love? And I'm talking about significant love across Las Vegas, across the board. Sportsbook after sportsbook seeing over money on the Chargers in every way to win the division, to win the Super Bowl, to win the AFC. And, of course, the season win total as high as 9.5 on LA. This opened at 8 in some places. Phillip Rivers getting the love that, well, as you mentioned, Phillip Rivers has not been the great at closing out games, but I don't know, you certainly don't blame him. The Chargers as a team have had more than their fair of struggles winning tight games. The markets think at least some of that will be overcome in 2018.
I should probably just say Gruden is like Barkley with the analytics, and some people are anti-analytics. Unfrozen Caveman Lawyer, YouTube it, great skit on SNL, although Phil Hartman played Unfrozen Caveman Lawyer and died in 1998. So I got to come up with a better reference. NFC East, Philly 10, Dallas 8.5, Washington 7, G-Men 6.5. I don't know what to make of this. And now Dallas, Witten retires, and he's going in the booth with Monday Night Football.
As he should. I think Witten will be good in that role. But obviously, the Eagles, the team to beat, the defending Super Bowl champs. And oh, by the way, even though he didn't win the title, they'll get their quarterback back in Carson Wentz. I understand the respect for Philadelphia. I agree with the respect for Philadelphia. They deserve to be favorites in this division and, in fact, in the entire NFC.
NFC North, every year, Green Bay 10 comes down to the health of Rodgers. Not enough respect for the Vikings, in my opinion. 9.5. They bring in Cousins. That could be a scary offense with the weapons they have and that great defense. Detroit 7.5. Please give me a break. Stat Patford is your quarterback, and also Patricia now. How do you get behind that hire with Patricia when they gave up 41 points to Nick Foles in the Super Bowl? Bears are 6.5 as well. Lions worst team in that division.
Yeah, and the Bears are the trendy squad in the NFC North. We've already seen some Chicago love in the betting markets, with the Bears getting bet over their season win total. And I would expect that to continue. Bears are a bandwagon team. If you like the Chicago Bears over the win total, get to the window now. This number's only going up between now and August.
NFC South, great division. Atlanta 9.5, New Orleans 9.5, Carolina 9, and Tampa 6.5. Like, you can make a case for all these teams to win the division.
Yeah, and being priced as the best division in the NFL, certainly with the only division in the NFL with 3 teams lined at 9 wins or higher, even though the Panthers haven't seen a lot of love and early betting action from the markets. We talked about the draft over the last couple of days, or really over the last couple of weeks. And one of the reasons why I hate post-draft analysis, look at the New Orleans Saints, who had arguably the best draft class of the decade last year. And you go back and look at the post-draft trades. Yeah, some people liked them. Some people are like, oh, they stretched for Kamara. Just crazy analysis year after year that doesn't make any sense. Saints drafted really, really well and certainly have some upside there. But at 9.5, the markets aren't sleeping on New Orleans.
And the NFC West, the Rams playing fantasy football, bringing in all these different players and big-name guys. Rams are 10. Garoppolo, will he ever lose a game? 49ers 8.5. Look at Seattle, how the mighty have fallen. 7.5. And Arizona 6.5. Remember, there was 5.5 at another shop we talked about last week. Good division. Niners have a tough schedule, but with Jimmy G, remember he beat 2 playoff teams down the stretch with Tennessee and Jacksonville.
Yeah, there might be some asterisks attached to those wins at the end of the season. But talked to Jason Simbel from CG Gaming yesterday. He talked about the top wise guy over team was the LA Chargers, where the money's been coming on the under with the big bettors right from the get-go. The Seattle Seahawks, where the under money has been pouring, and nobody likes Seattle. The wise guys don't like them. The public doesn't like them. In theory, there may be some value on Seattle by the time the season rolls around. But if you like the Seahawks under, bet that sooner rather than later. If you like them over, take your time. Plenty of time before this line hits as low as it's going to go. Because I'm telling you, the Seahawks are not going to be a popular team in the off-season betting marketplace at all.
The legend, Jimmy Vaccaro on Twitter at the South Point. One kangaroo jumped in. Arizona under 10,000. Baltimore over 10,000. Cincinnati under for 10. Baltimore under, or Buffalo under for 5. Bears over for 5. Cleveland over for 5,000. And the Jets under for 5,000. Some of the big bets they took. Good job taking 10, $5,000 on those win totals from the get-go.
Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the game.